Alright, so what we're going to do, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to put this projection on your mug, because you seem to be having trouble with it, so I will show you how to do it. So actually this is my saved thing right now, so I'm going to go ahead and open the original one, and then we'll just work from there. Okay? Okay. As soon as it gets done loading up, we'll move on. Alright, cool. So since we're just doing the mug, I'm not going to bother with everything else. I'm just going to focus on the mud, but you are going to need a light so you can see what you're doing. So let's create a light. Let's create a directional light. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just putting this light in here so you can see what we're doing when we're going to render it. Okay? Cool. Alright. So let's click on this thermos. Shift T to open your material nodes. Media material X. Make sure you name your stuff. Call this thermos underscore perfect. Alright. Now before we throw the well, you already know how to make it look like a brushed metal. So yeah, I don't need to show you how to do that. If you'd like me to show you that, just text me or message me and let me know. So I'm gonna go up into diffuse color. Actually, let me go ahead and show you how, because since you're plugging this in with the brushed metal, you're probably going to need to do that as well. So let's go other textures, layer texture, this, we're going to load a file into it. I already have my file done. It's the one I did, which is my brushed metal one. So I'm going to assign that to that. Okay. Right, and then back in our textures, we're going to add another layer, and this is the one where we're going to add the ramp to it. So select our ramp. We only need 2 colors. To make this color a very light gray. Well, not a very light gray, but we don't want it to be super dark because we don't want it to be black because that just looks bad, and it doesn't look right. So yeah. Alright, and then let's go back to our layer. And this is the layer we're actually going to add the projection to. So once we select our new layer, we're going to go to checker box, right click over file and do create as projection. Alright, and then we're going to go to our image here, and this is where we're going to load the AAA logo, which, where is it? Where is the AAA logo? I feel kind of silly now not knowing where that stupid logo is. Images, brush metal, cloudy glass. No, that's the actual. Oh, that's my render. Ray tracing. 1 second. I can't find this stupid image. Oh, here it is. It's in source images. Duh. Alright, so I found it. Sorry about that. It's in source images. AAA logo, black and white. I'm going to open that. Alright. And then what we're going to do right away is we're going to scroll down, and under color balance here, we'll change the default color to white. Okay. Let's go back to our layer texture, just right here. Now the projection is going to go on top of everything. Bring that up here. And take this and make sure it's your projection. We're going to set the blend mode to multiply. That way it will blend out the white. Alright, and this, actually let's go ahead and open up our render thing. Pay no attention to that. Actually, hold on, render settings, quality, legacy, well that's fine. Render light, well this is a small thing, it shouldn't take too long. Alright, render cam, we're going to go ahead and do a quick render. Wait for it to render. Now, as you can see, your logo is like repeating over itself constantly, and it's kind of big. That's because we have it repeating in the U and the V, if you remember that. So what we're going to do is go into our Hypershade. Oh, there's my Hypershade. Sorry, my Hypershade's off screen. Alright, so in our Hypershade, our Thermis, graph the network. Alright, now we're going to select our ramp, no sorry, not the ramp, the place 2D texture for the file, the one that has our AAA logo. And we're going to uncheck wrap in U and in V. Alright, re-render. As you can tell, I'm not a professional in this, even I have issues, and it's still wrapping in UMV. Oh, sorry, that was for the wrong file. This is supposed to select, make sure you see, told you I'm not a professional. For the AAA logo right here, select your place 2D texture, and that's where you uncheck wrap UNV. Now we can re-render, and it's not going to be repeating all over our Thermis. Alright, and you can't see it now, and you're wondering why. That is because when you put it into the scene, it wasn't positioned correctly. The only reason why you could see it now is because we had it wrapping in both U and V. So let's select your place 3D texture for your projection, because that's what your AAA logo is plugged into, right here. Select that, and in your viewport you should see it right there. What we're going to do is we're just going to move it into position. Right there should be good. Right. Let's see how that looks. Go ahead and render. I know my voice sounds terrible over the camera. It's not my fault. Blame the cameras. Alright, and as it looks a bit off, so just go ahead and adjust it some until it looks about right. And there's no reason for you to constantly re-render this entire scene. We can just do a render selection. I think it's a little too big, so we're just going to go ahead and scale it down some, a little bit more, and move it over just a tad bit. Render selection. Yeah, it's still too big. Make it smaller even. Render selection. Make it a tad bit smaller. I want to move it back to the left just a little bit. And boom, there you have it, our brushed metal with the texture. This is what your graph network should look like. Remember your layer texture, you're going to have 3 layers in there. You're going to create your first layer for your brushed metal file, the one that you did in Photoshop. Your second one's going to be the ramp that you plug in, with the top part's going to be light gray and the bottom part's going to be completely white. And then your third one, which is going to be on top, is going to be the actual AAA logo. Make sure you set that to multiply and then drag it over. Now if you're finding that some of your stuff is still too dark, let's say you think your ramp is too dark or anything like that, color balance, you can change the default color to white. That will lighten everything. It should lighten or darken, but depending on what you need it to do. I think it looks fine right now, so there's no need for you to change anything. So yeah, following those steps should get you completely set up for your Thermis. Also, one other thing, I didn't do this, but to make it look more like the brushed metal, you watch Tony's podcast, so you already know how to do this, but I'm just going to show you just in case. Your anisotropy, whatever thing, make that the NIP 0.01, rotate it 0.25, make it like that, and then make sure you adjust your glossiness. So that way it wraps around. And then don't forget to adjust your glossy samples as well. About 64 should be fine. And I'm going to go ahead and re-render. And boom, there you have it. Your brushed metal completed thermos, and with all your lighting and everything done in there, it's going to look fantastic. Alright. If you have any other questions, just let me know, and I will see what I can do to help you. Alright? Now where did I put it? 1 second. I seem to have lost my screen recording program. Screen recording, where are you? Ah, there we go. Alright. 11 minutes. Wow. If I didn't have those errors, it would have been a lot shorter. I'm sorry. Anyway, that's how you do your projection with your brushed metal. Alright? I hope this helped, and remember, if you need anything else, just let me know. Alright? Good night.